Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. Tackled at about the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
So we have to remember this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks, had an open week, and so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Look at the spin. A second time. A big hit. Knocked out sideways. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. They go play action here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Play action. They'll throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Looking to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 4th down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
23 yards on the play. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And this one's incomplete. And now for the first time, we get a look at this defense that was very stout last week.
And all they expect to do is continue what they did a week ago. Play terrific defense and not permit that offense to get started.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Green.
They'll set up to throw. And some room to roam now. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 3rd down. That's Haynes. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So it'll be 1st down here after the run. Now a handoff here to his running back. Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. The touchdown giving him the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So now out come the Jags, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good...
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Gonna give this time to the tailback, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. under a heavy rush, and down he goes. But they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And before we can get to the field goal try, time will run out on this first quarter of play. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Houston in just a moment. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And some room to work. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They run the counter now on first down. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Let's go. 3-19.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
The well-executed slant routes are based on timing, and that one was hit just right. Ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, right to the receiver. He catches it on the run, and you saw the end result. Big-time run after catch. They love those rack yards.
Zone now. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A handoff as they run the counter play. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction. and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Now let's go. Green and D.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And it's up and good. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Shotgun. He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Coming up at halftime, remember, we'll get you out to Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of this first half. That is, of course, unless you decide to skip him.
And for the record, we do not encourage that.
They're going to look to throw. Right side caught by Jackson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. They were trying to get the connection with the former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's go. Blue 90.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Hang on now. 3
And this results in 6. Touchdown. It's that quarterback with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and it's 21-10. That time, a 9-play drive, and was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Peters. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. That goes for a gain of 31. inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Here we go now. Green.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Lambo on for the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Texans are happy to be sitting in the locker room with the lead. The Jaguars won't panic either. They know they just need to take it one play at a time. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10, handoff and run goes up the middle, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. Texans take it early in the second. Fleming's found on the quick pass, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 23-yard line. Texans now later on the drive. Jackson's wide open, able to make the grab, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. The lead now at 11. Jaguars with the ball midway through the second. Here the pass will be completed into coverage, and he'll end up at the 20-yard line before being tackled. Sticking with the same drive, this run will go off the left side, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. This cuts the deficit to 4. Texans now late in the second quarter. Klug's going to look for a gap, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. Staying late in the half. Richard's got nobody around him on the catch, and it's caught for the score. Jaguars trail now by 4. So that's it for us. We'll go back now to Houston for the start of the second half.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. This is taking it. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A gain of a yard gets him back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And yeah, 3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been pretty good, and we see some of his good play, but I guess maybe he needs to be a little bit better right now. They're down.
He does look good in the spotlight, though, doesn't he? He does look good in the highlights, but that's not what truly matters. And right now, as a team, they've got to figure out what it's going to take to get back into the lead. He has to continue to play well, has to keep rallying the offense. The defense has got to pick things up a little bit. And I don't think there's much animosity between the two sides. On the really good teams, both take accountability and try and figure out how they can do more to get their team on top.
Yeah, well, he's doing his part. He's been good. Over the middle, complete. That's Peters. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And to give this time to the tailback. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And this will not have the distance to get there. Short, no good, just under the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And now out comes Houston. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
I don't know about
Toe bashed.
that. Super toe.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here we go now. Green 39.
On third down, it's Haynes. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. The Texans on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. They go play action here on first down. And he's got room. Nifty move. And he's brought down. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Fresh set of downs here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They run the counter now on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now the ball comes loose. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? 7
yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th.
Here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And now out comes Houston. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Second down following the run. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. The offense on third down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Going to give this time to the tailback. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play. And now a first down following that long gain.
Alert 86. Alert 86. Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Rico. Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll set up to throw. Room here to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Peters. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1-0 when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted, like he said, to pick on the opening drive. Second drive, not much better. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Lambeau will put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Side here, complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a handoff as they run left side. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Let's go! Green!
Oh, he's got a little daylight and avoids the contact by sliding. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Down to the 25. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know.
Yeah.
On the mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 44, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, you're a defensive guy, but it was a fun